Hey, what is up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Nina, and today's video is sounding quite crazy. How to get rid of dark underbutt. You guys have told me you really wanted this video, so it's definitely highly requested. It's gonna be fun and a lot of jokes will be cracked. Get it? Cracked. No, but for real, y'all, you asked for this video because you know about my 100-pound weight loss and maintaining that, and how I've endured darkening of the skin and even hidradenitis suppurativa, which are boils that can form on some of the most sensitive areas of your body and leave scars. Hopefully this will be fun and educational and you'll learn a lot from it. And I asked y'all guys for some recommendations on some skincare things that you want to see from me. And I set myself up. I wasn't ready for this one. But you know your girl got your back, and I love to talk about those things that we consider embarrassing and make them just as comfortable as possible for all of us. Y'all wrote me asking how to get rid of dark underbutt, dark booty patches, dark buttocks. Somebody called it booty dirt. Booty dirt. I know for many of us, this can be annoying when parts of our body start to darken or get hyperpigmentation. And you should definitely know that your cousin, auntie, baby daddy, next door neighbor, and other friends probably suffer from some area of darkening around their private parts or around their buttocks. If the darkening of this area is happening to you, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. The butt area is the most covered area of our body, so we pay the least attention to it. You cover it with pants, skirts, underwear, swimming suits, and you only let it breathe while you're sleeping or in the shower. At least I hope. The skin there is rougher than any part of the body, mainly because of what we do with it. We sit on it. And some of us may be skipping out on cleaning it properly, exfoliating it, and moisturizing it. See if any of these reasons apply to why you might have darkening of the underbutt area. Accumulation of dirt and tougher skin that darkens, lack of exfoliation, hyperpigmentation, old body acne scars, when our body is rubbing up against our clothes, lack of moisture. When is the last time you said, let me moisturize the under part of my booty? I'll wait. Now, while there are a ton of over-the-counter options like skin lightening creams, other moisturizers, and things that really say that they can take care of darkening across the body, we know that that's not always the case, and it might be harmful to your skin, especially if it's sensitive. So you know your girl like to get in the kitchen, do some DIY, and cook it up, and give you some options that might be safer for you. But if you feel like you have a medical condition that's causing the darkening or the rougher parts of your skin under your butt, make sure you get with your doctor. All items that I discussed today can be found linked below in the information section. All right, now I guess we're ready to talk about the dark under booty. Shall we? And y'all, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like it, comment, share, and subscribe. And also click on those notification bells so you can know when I upload on Thursdays and Sundays. Make sure you also check out my Now That's Life podcast, which is now live, and you can check it out on all your major podcasting platforms. Links to my podcast can be found down below in the information section. Now, before we get into these treatments, I have several for you. I have some that are more like toners, some that are more like exfoliators, and some that are more like full treatments. With that said, you're not trying everything at once, right? I try to give you several options so you have things to pick from. So if you have something at your fingertips, you can go ahead and start using it. But remember, it usually takes the body about 6 weeks or more to see results from any treatment that you're doing. So don't be so quick to jump off the bandwagon and give up. So y'all, the first one acts more like a toner. It's aloe vera gel and rose water. If you don't know, aloe vera is simply the bomb. It has depigmenting compounds in it, which means that it removes some of that darkening of the skin tone when hyperpigmentation happens. And just to mention to you guys, you can definitely use live aloe vera plant instead of this. This is what I had available. There was no aloe vera plants left at the store. While rose water tones your skin and brings back in that skin's pH balance and helps with irritated skin or dermatitis and even eczema, so it helps to brighten the skin too. I use about 2 tablespoons of each, mix it together really nice until it's good and smooth. Y'all, this smells heavenly. Rose water for some reason just makes you relaxed. It makes you feel good. And then literally I just take a bit of it and rub it onto my body. I try to keep massaging it in for about 10 minutes, and that's about the amount of time I leave it on, 10 to 15 minutes. And then I like to rinse it off, either rinse it off or just simply wipe it off with a cool to lukewarm towel. Because this one is much milder, I use it whenever I think of it and whenever my skin needs some extra moisture and if I notice it's getting darker in certain areas. The next one gets us into our mini exfoliators, more specifically aloe vera gel with white cane sugar and avocado oil. We already know why we love the aloe vera gel, but the white cane sugar, it helps to lighten those dark skin patches, so it helps with that exfoliation process, while the avocado oil is rich in fatty acids, so it helps with moisturizing the skin, which helps to reduce that darkening and hyperpigmentation. I use about half a tablespoon of the aloe vera gel while I use a full tablespoon of the avocado oil as well as the sugar. Now, if you're finding that yours is a little runny, I try to add a little bit more sugar to make sure that it's pretty gritty, more like a good exfoliator. You all know that I normally use brown sugar, but I've also found some benefits in the white sugar. The one thing that I like is that it's a little bit more active when it comes to being an exfoliator, but you have to be gentle with your skin. So I massage it on for a little while, leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water, either a towel or just water. But be very careful and be very gentle with your skin because it can be damaging if you're too rough. I also moisturize my skin right after. And if I'm using this as my exfoliator, I only use it about twice a week. Y'all, this next one has become one of my favorites for hyperpigmentation, and it made me realize how much I was sleeping on cocoa butter, which not only helps to brighten hyperpigmentation, but it also helps to smooth out the skin. So it helps to smooth out that rough textured skin. And you also have the same benefits of the white sugar here. I've been loving my now version of the cocoa butter mixed with jojoba oil, but it is usually solid. So for me to get the full benefits, I just let it sit in some hot water in order for it to come to a liquid form instead of putting it in the microwave. I mix together about a tablespoon of each one to make sure that I have enough, and then I massage it on just like the last exfoliator and make sure that I leave it on for about 10 to 15 minutes, rinsing off with lukewarm water or a lukewarm towel. I try to use this one as quickly as possible because it will get hard again, and also I use it about twice a week now. Now we're moving into those deeper treatments, and this one includes one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, and y'all know it, turmeric, as well as full fat plain yogurt. Turmeric is one of the best ingredients to use to stop that darkening of the skin, while yogurt has lactic acid in it, and it helps to dissolve dead skin cells, and it also helps to tighten your pores so it makes them less visible. I use 2 to 3 spoons of the turmeric while using just enough yogurt to create a paste. If it gets too pasty, add a little bit of water in order to thin it out. Remember that turmeric stains, so keep it away from your towels if you don't want them stained, or even your clothing. I always try to have paper towels around or something else to work with when I deal with turmeric, or even I wear gloves on my hands. I apply this in a thin layer. You want to make sure it's thin and not thick because you're actually waiting until it dries, and I wait about 15 minutes. Once it dries, I like to take a paper towel to it, like I said, to get a lot of that turmeric stain out, and then use a towel to wipe off the rest or rinse it off with lukewarm water. When I use this one, I don't use it more than 2 times a week. And another thing is it makes you sensitive to the sun, so I try to make sure I wear sunscreen or stay out of the sun when I'm using it. I usually house this one in the refrigerator for only 3 to 4 days. The next one is lemon juice, yogurt, and oatmeal. I like to take my time and make sure that the oatmeal is kind of chopped down a little bit because it's acting as a little bit of an exfoliator as well. Lemon juice is full of vitamin C, which you know can help to brighten the skin. Of course, we know the power of the yogurt. But the really cool part about this treatment is the oatmeal because it's full of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, but it helps to exfoliate and remove dirt and oil that makes pores more visible. I use about 2 tablespoons of each, and I make it really simple. I rub it on the area just the same as the last exfoliator, but I make sure that I rub it in for about 3 minutes and then rinse it off with the lukewarm water. When I'm using this as an exfoliator, I use it about twice a week, and I store it for up to a week. Also, remember it has lemons in it, so you'll want to keep your skin protected from the sun. Now, of course, you know your girl got some quick fixes. The whole milk and honey mix is amazing together. The whole milk really helps because it has that lactic acid, again helping to get rid of those dark areas on the skin, while we know that the honey is a humectant, so it pulls moisture from the air and helps us stay more moisturized on those areas of skin. I use about a tablespoon or 2 each, and I mix those together really well. It takes longer than you think to mix mix whole milk with honey, but you do it until it dissolves really well. That lactic acid will eventually break down that honey, so then it comes together pretty well. I take a cotton pad and add it to the darker areas on my skin, and then I just wipe it on that area. Make sure that I keep it pretty concentrated. Leave that on 10 to 15 minutes and rinse off with cold water in this situation. So cold water as opposed to the lukewarm, because you want to keep the moisture on. You all know that I love apple cider vinegar as a toner, and this is no different. However, this is stronger than the one I usually show you guys. So you're using half apple cider vinegar, half water in those parts. Mix it together thoroughly and use a cotton pad to apply it to the body. And with this one, I usually leave it on for just about 10 minutes and then I rinse it off with lukewarm water. My skin can actually get a little bit eczema happy, which can cause darkening of the skin, so I love using Eucerin Intensive Repair specifically because it helps to moisturize that skin and also stop the chafing of my clothes and jeans up against that area of my body. I also use the Dr. Teal's brand of lotion because it's inexpensive and it does much the same things, and it has different formulas with natural oils mixed in. I faithfully use almond oil because it contains vitamin E and it also helps to smooth out the texture and tone of the skin. So thank you so much for visiting with me today and talking about the dark underbooty region. Continue to take care of yourself and I'm sure you will start to see results. Make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace. Thanks so much for all the love and support over on my new website. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out and join me for new ways to interact with me, giveaways and prizes, weekly emails, as well as my free 8-day supernatural video course, which is free when you sign up.